and I am here again cooking for my wonderful seniors here at Prairie Green at Dixie Crossing, and I'm so excited. They had a little pizza party earlier, so we kind of changed our meal up, which is not quite a meal, it's a little snack before dinner. So we're going to have a graham cracker fruit cocktail treat. It is so delicious, it's so simple, and it goes over well. It's like one of those things where you don't have it often. It's on the midst of a banana pudding or something, but it's something that I think everyone will totally enjoy. I got about 30 people in this room, and halfway through this, so after I do my food demo and kind of tell you about what we're eating, I am going to turn the camera around on you and ask you the wonderful questions that I asked if it was okay to ask you before we started. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So what we're doing today is, I told you, this is a wonderful, easy, simple dessert. Everything we're making here is something that you're also able to make in your rooms with no problems, and it's a treat if someone comes to visit you and you want to do something special yourself. It's inexpensive always. It's always healthy always, and it's always going to be delicious. So we're going to start today with, and I got these from Aldi's. They were 88 cents. So just keep in mind, it says serving size 4, but because of the fact of the type of dessert we're making, it's always 8. So just think of you're doubling it up. So I have used 4 boxes of this pudding mix. So this is just a vanilla instant pudding, and it's been around for years, so I'm sure some of you have already made this before. And it's always, the directions have not changed if you've made it in the past. It's always 2 cups of milk to 1 pack of the pudding mix. And so I'm going to add 8 ounces of milk 4 times. That's 1, 2, and then I'm going to stir just because I don't want any lumps in it. And I'm going to stir like so. How's everyone doing today? Everyone feeling good after that rain last night? Did they sleep good yesterday with all that rain? That rain will rock you to sleep. That is the real Sandman. Nice heavy rain, and after the rain it warmed up outside because it was actually cold before the rain. But then it kind of warmed up a little bit. I know. This is so I can get some exercise. Ladies, when you used to cook, did you feel like you had your arm muscles and some arm strength back in the day when you used to be whipping up cakes? Who all was a good cook back here and might have made the family dinners? Did everyone, we got some barbecuers in here, some of the men barbecuing. A cook. Were there any former chefs? Do we have any former chefs or cooks amongst our seniors in the room? Just home cooks?
Just home cook.
I used to do a lot of baking. I used to make wedding cakes.
Oh, you used to bake wedding cakes? Oh, wow. Oh, so you already know. That's a big deal. What's the tallest wedding cake? What's the largest order you've had?
I don't know. Maybe about 3 tiers.
3 tier? Oh, okay. Because you know now they're getting like 15 and 6 feet tall and everything.
Yeah, I would have, so many tiers and then the ones going down on the side.
Oh, wow.
Staircases. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, my husband helped me move the stuff because we have this little car,
Okay.
a small one,
Mm-hmm.
and that little Toyota, and we line up the back seat with them. We lay it down and then would, throw all the cakes and stuff out there.
Oh, that is
Oh,
nice.
yeah, he had to help me because there's no way I could.
Did you bake cakes for just family? And this obviously is a 4-ounce cup because this pudding is still needing some work, and I know it does not stiffen up this fast. But I am truly adding 2 cups of milk to every 4 cups of pudding, so.
I just started out doing it for friends and everything, and all of a sudden I had people order.
Wow.
I had quite a deal going.
You had a
It's
business-
in this area.
In this area?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
was born and raised in Chicago.
In Chicago Heights, okay. So you're taking some of Pearson's, is that Pearson's Bakery, the big bakery in Chicago? You're taking some of their business?
Highway Bakery in Pearson.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you
I
were a
used to
big,
live right around the corner from Highway Bakery. I lived on 26th and, right by, it used to be a Kroger store, now it's a thrift store. Big store there on the corner of 26th,
wow.
Chicago Road.
So we had a baker in the room. That's a big deal. Thank you. And what's your name? Because you weren't here when I was here. What is your name? I apologize.
My name?
Yes.
Louise.
Louise? Thank you, Miss Louise.
Louise Ficchetti.
Louise Ficchetti.
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 F-E-K-E-T-E. It's Fakatas.
Fakatas.
Hungarian and it's black.
Oh, okay.
So something's Fakatas, but saying it's black.
Oh, wow. You want to come say hi in the camera? So people that might have remember, do you want to come say hi? Come on. Say hi. We're on YouTube. You never know who might see it. You Rebecca? Yeah, come on. And say hi.
Okay. Now what am I doing?
You got to come to the front.
Right here. Louise.
Come on over back here. You can come right here. So this was
My
our
big mouth.
wedding baker from Chicago Heights. So I am here at the senior home in Chicago Heights, Illinois, assisted living. And Louise
Ficchetti.
said that she was a baker and she baked some cakes for some people. So they, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to say hi? Let everybody see you're doing okay out here. she ain't baking the cakes, but she coming here watching me do my little simple dessert. And this is a real
I'm here
live
because
baker.
Russell and
Yes. Oh wow.
Yeah.
They're wonderful people.
Russell
Everybody's-
and my son-in-law are best buddies, and so when I
Oh,
was
wow.
coming back to Chicago Heights
Mhm.
from Southern Illinois, my daughter's friend and him are my daughter's husband and his friend are good friends, and so she told him I was coming, and he set me up in here.
Okay. Did they give you some money for that? Well, I thank you very much.
Well, thank
And
you.
maybe one day we could do a cake decorating.
Oh,
Had you ever thought
okay.
about doing that or talking
Yeah,
to
I
Karen?
haven't done it in a long time. I'll have to train myself again.
That's okay. It's
It'll
always
come
like
back.
riding a bike. Thank
It'll
you.
come back.
Thank you.
But I'm getting a little older,
That's okay.
84.
Oh, wow. Then you can help me with these flashes and everything and tell me about them. I'm going to ask you some questions.
Oh, geez.
You're into the flash now, huh?
How good I'll be.
Yeah, I think so, because I was asking y'all, was y'all warm in here and everybody acting like they cool, and I'm like, shoot, okay, is it only me?
I'll see you sweating.
It's not me. You warm too? Okay. All right, because I was getting nervous. I was like, this is just me.
I don't see you sweating yet, so you're all right.
No, I'm doing pretty good. God is good, and I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so the pudding looks like this. This is 16 cups. Can everyone see it? Miss Bev, you see it back there? Your hair looks really good. I like that French roll on the top. Whoever braided, you got the little twist going on. I like it. Her birthday, she's a Cancer and sister of mine. She's a Cancer just like me. Whose birthday is this month? The Aries. So we got some Aries, or you're a Taurus? Aries, okay. So Larissa, who's not going to get on camera, she says she's extremely shy. She's the assistant director of activities here, and she's always such a big help. So sweet, so nice. You guys are lucky. This activities department is awesome. So next, I'm going to add our famous Cool Whip. You know, we got to add some Cool Whip because we want to make it light and fluffy and delicious. So I'm going to add some Cool Whip. I'm going to add 2 containers. 1 extra creamy, 1 regular. For a little bit of richness. Kind of see what we got going on. Hey. And then we're just kind of folding it in there. Like so. And then I'm folding it in there. Okay. So we stir it up. And you see it's a little bit lighter, fluffier, creamier looking. Okay, like so. And I'm just mixing it up. And like I said, this is just like a banana pudding, except we're using graham crackers and we're using fruit cocktail. So it's kind of just like helping something light and just like a little snack. And we're gonna see how you like it. And I'm gonna add our organic cinnamon that I gotta give back to Miss. What's your name again?
Beverly.
Miss Beverly.
Beverly too.
Okay. I gotta give it back to Miss Beverly, honey. She got the most expensive cinnamon at the store, baby. She got the organic Whole Foods cinnamon. So I had to go back to Whole Foods and get her some cinnamon. So I did, but I'm gonna use it first. I'm gonna use a little bit. Okay. So it's nice and creamy, as everyone can see. You see, it turned into a really light, fluffy pudding. And then next, I'm going to stir up our fruit cocktails. So in our fruit cocktails, we got some pears, some peaches, some cherries. It's never that many cherries in here. A few grapes, but I'm just kind of mix it up a little bit. And next, we're gonna start layering. I'm gonna layer a graham cracker first on the bottom of our pan. We're just layering some graham crackers. Has anyone ever made this dessert before? Does it sound familiar to anyone, or is this new to everyone?
New to me.
Okay. Because I made it a few times here for a dessert in the afternoon, but I had never heard of it before, and someone kind of introduced me to it one day, and I'll make it from time to time when I have like the kids over, or you know, some different adults, and someone wants something light in the summer. And it's actually like, again, fruit cocktail is usually about $1.52 a can, maybe $2 a can. I have graham crackers. You can always get, you know, the store brand, because these are a little bit more expensive, maybe $4. But the dessert to feed about 8 people is less than like $8. So we're thinking 8 for 8, okay? So next, I'm gonna put some pudding down on top of the graham crackers, like so. And because I have this delicious, expensive cinnamon, I'm gonna use it, okay? We're not gonna get away with not using some of this cinnamon. What do you use cinnamon for, Miss Bev? Like, what do you feel that it does for you? Do you use cinnamon just for taste, Miss Bev, or do you use it for health benefits, or do you use it for both?
It's really good for diabetics.
Okay, you want to come up here? You're scared of the camera? Come on. You're not scared of the camera, are you? Yeah, come on. You looking pretty. And next, so after the layer of pudding, I'm going to add a layer of fruit cocktail. And it doesn't matter which way I spread the cinnamon. So you're going to tell them, what did you do for a living before you got here?
I was always in secretarial.
Okay, you were a secretarial?
Yeah, corporate, and I retired with Cook County at Oak Forest Hospital.
Okay. So you know some
After
tricks.
27 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
To be around a lot of bossy doctors and medical
Oh,
people.
yeah. I did their dictation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, transcribed 16 of those years.
How many
So,
words a minute were you typing before?
70.
Woo!
Yeah,
And how
it was
many you think you
required. It was required.
typed? That's why I couldn't get a job. Okay, I don't think I ever got past 35 words a minute.
Oh, no, you wouldn't have it. No.
I picked the right profession, I think.
Yeah, but I love to type,
Oh.
you know, so it was no, brainer. So,
So
it
what?
was good.
So you say this is her cinnamon. I have to give it back to her, but she can't have it until I'm finished making the food. So Ms. Bev, tell them why do you like cinnamon so much, and what have you found the health benefits of cinnamon?
First of all, organic is more potent,
Okay.
and because I used to buy McCormick for years,
Mm-hmm.
and then my
All name
daughter
brands. Okay, that's a fancy lady now. Go ahead.
and my daughter and I were in Whole Foods,
Mm-hmm.
so I had picked it up and I said, oh wow, read the ingredients and how much it was, in here. And I said, I'm gonna try it. I've been hooked on it ever since. And I learned that by being a diabetic, several spices are good for diabetics, but this is definitely good for diabetic. I put in my oatmeal, rice, What else do I use it for? Oh, I have sprinkled it in my tea.
Yes.
You know, it's really a good product.
Okay.
It is a little more, like you
Good,
said,
yes.
Chef,
It's for $1. I get some
but
$1
it's
in
worth
there.
every penny.
And
It
it does
really
have a good
is.
taste, yeah. They
And
do a
it
good
does
job.
have a very good taste to it.
And it's like a little sweetened. It sweetens it up a little
It
bit.
does. It
Adds
really
a little
does.
pepper.
And you can really tell the difference.
Yes. I
From
enjoy it.
organic to, regular. So that's why I prefer it. And I will always go back to Whole Foods,
To get it.
and to get
But
it.
she ran me over there, so I had to get over to Whole Foods to get it back to you.
I'm surprised you remember.
No, I told you I was going to forgive you because I really appreciate you allowing me to use it last time. It helped to elevate the dessert tremendously.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So next I added, while she was telling us about this delicious cinnamon, I added another layer of graham crackers. So next I'm going to add another layer of our pudding mixture, our creamy vanilla pudding mixture. I'm going to add another layer. Don't you see how creamy it is
Yeah.
from over there?
It's good. It would be a good cooking project to do with the kids too.
Oh, for sure. That's what I was saying. It's simple. It's easy. I'm doing more time talking than I am actually making the dessert. This would have been done in like 10 minutes. And you're making a smaller amount, but it is something really nice to make with the kids. And this is actually going to have a very different taste, even though the similarities of the base is the same, kind of. But we didn't use pudding, so we actually have a creamy pudding and the whipped cream to lighten it up. So it's actually very different than last time. And this time I'm going to sprinkle the cinnamon on the pudding. And then I'll add the fruit. Last time I sprinkled it on the fruit, but any layer, you can do it exactly how you want. It's no big deal. It's a fuss-free, easy, simple, healthy, delicious dessert. Inexpensive as well. Fuss-free.
Can you make one without the fruit?
Yes, I actually can make you one. I'll save some pudding on the side. I have you. Yes, I didn't ask anyone's dietary.
And you have to drain the juice off the
Actually, I'm leaving it, I'm not draining it, but I am kind of like draining it in the spoon. So I'm leaving a little bit, but not too much. Because we want the cookies kind of soft, the graham crackers, but yeah, just so that they break up. But I'm not really using the juice, but I'm not draining it either. I'm just kind of draining it with a spoon. But that would be cool. You could probably mix that with the pudding. I never thought about that when you just asked about draining it, just because of how I'm making it. Like I'm just kind of pushing the juice over to the side. You actually could use the juice in the pudding. I never thought about that, but that would be something cool to do. So next, I'm gonna add another layer of graham crackers.
Again, what do you call this?
This is our graham cracker fruit cocktail delight. I don't know what to call it. But you gotta give me a name. That sounds good to everybody. Because I don't know what to call it.
Chef,
Yes.
I used to make this a long time
So you did make it. Thank you.
I couldn't remember the ingredients, but I want you, that's what because I used to make it a long time ago when my kids were little.
Yes. And someone showed it to me and I was like, surprised. I had never heard of it, never made it.
But I put fruit cocktails in it, and I used the graham crackers and I would
Crush them up. Yeah, and that would be a good idea as well. So I'm just put a light layer of pudding on top, and that's for presentation because I love beautiful food. I hate feeding someone something that does not look visually appealing. It's just, that's the worst. So we always want our food to look visually appealing. So presentation is everything. You know what I mean? We eat first, when we first see food, we eat it with our eyes. You know what I mean? We're like, oh my goodness, that looks so good. I want some. Then next, the aroma comes. Or sometimes the aroma hits you first from the kitchen.
Right.
So you got to have some good smelling food. And then after you have good smelling food, when they get to the table, it has to look good.
Yeah.
And then it has to, like when if you have crab legs, you're looking for a crunch. If you have chicken, you're looking for a crunch. If you have mashed potatoes, you're looking for something smooth and silky on your tongue. If you're looking for pudding, you're looking for smooth and silky. So then you again, the name matters because we're using all of our senses when we eat. And then next, so I said we look at it and then we taste it. And when we taste it, we just want it to be, we just want it to taste so good. Remember Harry, has anyone seen the movie Harry Met Sally?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then she
yeah.
went, ah! Woo! Woo! She started hollering and screaming in that restaurant. Yeah, they said they were,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said. I want some of what she had, baby.
Yeah. There's an ad on TV that's like that.
Yes.
That's what it's from.
Yes, from Harry Met Sally. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more cinnamon. And see, this will be your final presentation for your guests. And I'm gonna do one more on the side. But this is what your final presentation will be for your guests. And then I'll do another one. See that cinnamon, that's why I couldn't give it back to you, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna save you some as soon as I make the next pan, because it is definitely gonna be enough for everyone. That's why I had to make 2 pans. I was like, oh, we got a little crowd today. So with the crowd, I said, let's make some extra. So, what did everyone have for breakfast? Is breakfast, what's your favorite meal of the day? Let me ask everyone that. What's your favorite meal of the day?
Dinner.
Dinner? You like dinner, okay.
Me too. Yeah.
I wasn't a breakfast person either. I used to hate waking up in the morning. Now I love waking up. Does anyone walk or walk the building? Do you still walk?
And not as much as I did.
Okay.
But I walked with my dog.
I know you used to keep him out. Sammy baby used to get a good exercise. Even if you had to push him, he got some good fresh air.
I try to walk, I get lost.
You do? Well, you
Every
got.
time I walk, I get lost.
Well, nobody gonna let you get that far, so don't worry. You won't get that lost. They gonna find you.
Yeah, they do.
Always directed in the right direction.
I'll be going there and I come back, I'm like, whoa.
So I'm adding some more fruit cocktail, and I'm just doing the same thing. So now, actually, I am going to turn the camera around. I got my cards for my questions, so I'm going to ask everyone some questions. So I'm going to ask Larissa to take my camera. We're going to actually turn it around, and I'm going to begin to ask questions while I make this. So instead of you just watching me make the same thing over and over again, I'm actually going to open it up, and I'm going to ask questions to the people in the room. Okay. So you can flip the camera around. You can take it off the thing, take it off the stand.
I call my daughter, she comes from.
You got it. It's like here. We're gonna turn it around like so. Okay. Okay, so my first question is going to be, so now that you're here at Prairie Green at Dixie Crossing, what is like the fun? How do you find fun here? What are you, what do you find fun? What is the most exciting part of your day?
Dancing.
You like dancing?
I do.
Is she a good dancer?
Very good dancer.
Okay. How about anybody else? What's your fun for the day? What do you look forward to when you wake up in the morning?
Going back to sleep.
Going back to sleep. That's no fun. You ready to take a nap?
I take a nap.
Oh, you want to get up and move around and everything. Do you find it, so right now, like I was telling you, I thought it was me. So I'm gonna ask the lady this. Now the men we could talk too, but I'm gonna ask the lady this. How did you, she said cinnamon is good for diabetes. I'm not a diabetic.
Amen.
But I am facing or heading toward the age of menopause. So, ladies, are you comfortable enough to tell me how you got past that stages? Like, is there any special remedies or any special things or tips?
Just
You
deal
can
with
tell me. Let's deal with it. What did you say?
We didn't have many choices back then.
Yeah, you have to deal
So,
with it.
how did you deal with it? What do you do?
I just
Nothing.
sit down, be quiet.
Sit and go to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Go back
Go
to
back to
sleep.
sleep. No, I
Wake
don't want
up,
to go
hope
back to
it's
sleep.
gone.
So,
Have some little fans handy.
okay, that's a good trick. How about you? Anybody else got any tricks for me? Miss Bev, you ain't got no tricks for me to be able to handle that?
Maybe walking.
Walking? Okay, so some good exercise?
Yeah.
Now, that's something I do. I run the track too.
Okay. I mean, you get up and get out there. And you got a
Alexa,
small, very
You
nice
ain't ain't saying
Um,
nothing?
the
As
seat.
much as you walk?
I
like to walk.
60, I had to
The hallways and around the
slow
building.
down a little
Yeah.
more.
Love it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you have a very nice physique. So you say if nothing I can do, I'm gonna have to deal with it, huh? I know they say they have hormonal therapy, but I was wondering if anyone had any natural tricks of the trade for me.
They say that wild yam cream is very, very good. I have a friend in Kansas who gets that from the health food store. And rubs it in.
The wild yam cream.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm gonna try some wild yam cream, and I'm not gonna sleep all day because I'm not gonna look like you if I sleep all day in the bed. Okay, that was that exercise and that walking that you did. So, what's the fun about getting older? As we get older, you know what I mean? Like, I was so happy, like, when I was out of my 20s, like, oh my God, I'm past that crazy stage, I'm more settled. No, I'm saying I was happy when I got past that stage.
Past 20.
Yeah.
it
So
is
as I
very
hit
good.
60s, 70s, 80s, what fun do I have to look forward to?
All
What is
kinds.
like
Something that you did before.
Okay.
You know, just take each day, cause I'm going into my 70s soon.
okay? And you look good. Stand up so they can see how fine that body
Oh,
looks.
that's okay.
You gonna sit down. You don't want to get up for him and let him show up. When I have a body like you, I would be hey. I would be like cooking with Geo. Cooking with Zora. Okay. So I don't know. I want a body like you.
I hang around a lot of young people.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do you think
get
hanging
used
around
to
with you?
dancing like a deal, dropping
Okay.
like a hot.
You be
I let them
dropping.
drop, and I sit down. They thought I was dropping.
I heard
They
that.
thought you fell.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else back there got any tricks for
Learning
me?
new things. You
Okay.
know, you're so busy during the course of your life working,
Mm-hmm.
raising children, taking care of a household, paying bills. So when you reach retirement,
Mm-hmm.
you can spend more time on yourself.
Ooh.
You know, instead of, you know, family and whatnot, you got time for you,
Okay.
you know? So it makes a big difference. Like I said, learning new things that maybe you didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, during the course of your life. So, and you can have fun with it.
Okay.
It's for you.
Do you find that being here allows for you not to have to deal with the headaches sometimes that
Oh, God,
dealing with
yes.
family? You
Oh,
know what I mean?
yes.
Okay.
When I be on the phone with my daughter, sometimes her two sons still live with her.
Okay.
And they could be arguing or
You be
having
like,
a
"Woo,
discussion, and I'll go, all right, see y'all later. I'm out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good to sit back and
Uh-huh.
let them do their thing, and mama can do hers.
So that's a really good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Do you does it add for comfort, like living in an assisted living, making someone's always here to kind of make sure they check on you? You know, like when you're at home by yourself, sometimes we don't always have people to check on us. Like, is
Yeah.
that a good feeling?
Sometimes.
Okay. Sometimes it get on your nerves.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean that. You know, you
Okay.
could use a little bit more support
Okay.
with
That's
that.
fair. Mm-hmm.
But I've always really been independent
Okay.
all my life. So that was one of the reasons why I selected this facility.
Okay.
You know, even though I'm independent, but I think they could be a little bit more supportive,
Yeah.
you know, in checking the residents. I'm the president,
Oh, okay.
chef, and of the resident council. Russell is my vice president.
Yes. I made him the mayor of the building when I was here, baby. So
That's right.
yes.
He was the mayor.
Yes.
Right, I was always the mayor.
So, you know, it's up to us to advocate,
Yes.
you know, what be lacking sometimes.
Mhm.
So he and I, we both do that, you know, in a collaborative, effort. You know, we collab a lot for that.
What do you think, like, when we're at home and, like you're here
Mhm.
and as a family, like, what could we do to support you as well? You know what I mean? Like, when we're outside and everything and we don't think about it. Like, what helps support people in assisted living facilities from your family, if you have family? What type
From
of
the
support?
families or from the management?
Oh, okay, we'll say, which one do you want to tell me about?
Management.
Okay, go ahead. How can they help you?
Listen to us.
Okay.
We are a community. I've said this a lot of times. They don't see what we see.
Okay.
They don't hear what we hear.
Mm-hmm.
They sit in